Hey guys, this is a video on how to create tension when pulling from the ground a barbell. So this applies to any kind of pulling, clean snatches, sumo deadlifts and so on. I'm gonna be showing a deadlift, but it applies to all those lifts. It is the principle of the thing applies to all of them. Of course, the particularities of each movement will determine a different position with the barbell combined with the particularities of your anatomy, and so there may be some adjustment, but the principle of the thing is the same. So what I often see with my athletes is that my athlete will come here, let's say they're deadlifting. My athlete is going to be very good at engaging the upper back, and then when it's time to go, they just pull hard, right? Like the only way that they have and they know in their bodies on how to create a lot of tension is by pulling aggressively up, right? And so as that goes hairy, it will turn into a rounded back, it will turn into a shitty lift, and it's because they don't know, they have no idea what does it mean to create tension before the lift starts. So let me give you the technique that I use, and then I'll talk a little bit about why. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to be showing you a deadlift, but again, this applies to anything. You're going to be setting yourself up for your deadlift position. You're going to come to your starting position, and the first thing that you're going to do is create tension in your upper back, right? And then what I want you to do is lean back, right? So I'm here, lean back, and as you'll see, especially because this bar is very light, when I lean back, you're gonna feel engagement in your lower back, in your hamstrings, and that bar is naturally gonna come up. I'll explain why is that, but you don't have to purposely bring it up, it's just going to do it. That means tension right away, because you're super engaged, you're here, you haven't changed anything, all your muscles are engaged, they're ready to produce force, right? And that's why you're gonna feel butt and hamstrings engaged, also because you're putting your butt down, which is their job, and so you're gonna be feeling all that tension, and then you press the floor away and lift, right? So let me repeat that. So I'm gonna come here, set up for your starting position for whatever lift you're doing, create tension in the upper body, lean back, and then stand up. That is it. Very simple, very powerful change. Why do we do that? Think about it for a second. This bar is just 75 pounds. When I'm here, my system, when I'm not attached to the barbell, my system is, 215 pounds. No, not really. It's 170 pounds. So I'm here, and when I stand, my center of mass is gonna stay very much, in line. I don't have to do much. But as soon as I put half of my body weight or more in front of me, my center of mass, because now I'm connected to that bar, our center of mass, I should say, moves forward right away, right? Because I have front loaded that shit, so the center of mass goes a little bit in front of you. So in order to move vertically and keep that bar back, you really have to shift the weight so that the center of mass is in the right place. If you have never done that, that's why your deadlifts are so back dominant. Because you're having to bring that barbell back with your back, and it maybe doesn't show as a horizontal movement, but your center of mass is invisible, right? And so you're just gonna have to do it with your strength. And so that is the thing. Why do we feel like a lot more engagement? Because as soon as you're tensing the body to shift the weight forward, you're engaging all these muscles that are pulling the center of mass back, right? Why is that advantageous? Because then when you start pulling, all your posterior chain is engaged and ready to work. Instead of when you're here, everything is forward, and then you just jack that bar, and this is what happens, right? When you go aggressively up, your back rounds, that's what you're doing, right? And so that is it. If you're doing a snatch or a clean, whatever it is, like here's my snatch, same thing, right? Shift my weight backwards, boom, and I'm gonna be able to extend that shit way better. That is it. Create tension when pulling. Very simple, very powerful and impactful change. It's important to understand physics and apply them not only in an intellectual way, in a doer way. Go and play with that barbell, feel your feels, and let me know how it goes.